So careful what you eatin', it could even be a cloned one. Who really knows what else they wanna block from us? That's why the slaughterhouse is kept away far from us. Constantly bombarded, our subconscious is targeted by these neuroscientists and these twisted marketers. They farming all of us, our minds are getting harvested. And at what cost? Cause these prophets are exhausting us. They got us shopping at the Holocaust market, but look how ironic it is that we're the ones that they're shopping for.
Woo! Steve Grant, y'all. Bruce Baumann with We Are Change here. Got the pleasure of being with Steve Grant from Miami out here in Colorado right now. How you doing, Steve?
Good, brother. How you doing?
I'm feeling great. I mean, we've had some synchronicities happen. We're on a music video shoot right now with Alais Clay. Shout out to Alais Clay behind the camera.
Alais Clay.
That's right. So I wanted to put Steve on the spot with a random interview. That's how I do things. I have no planned questions. I just wanted to put him on the spot. Steve focuses on lots of different issues in his music, so I'm going to allow him to elaborate. Steve, what kind of topics do you talk about with your music, man?
Well, the thing is that with the music, it's allowed me to operate different topics and introduce different things into the conversation through the music, because normally if I'm talking about it, I'll probably stick to like more local things and more like things like maybe like organic food and things like that and about GMOs. But with the music, I feel like there's a certain more serious message and a deeper capacity for me to blast out the message, whether it's anything from global corruption or suppression of people, or anything if it's mind control, slavery, or if it's the manipulation of the monetary system against the people, anything in and out of that, because I know that through the music that allows a different type of frequency or a vibrational energy to come out through the music while carrying the message at the same time. So it's not just the words and the content, what I'm saying, there is the extra oomph you get in that with the music. And then of course I like to attach most of my music with the music video. Most of the time the music video will obviously pertain to the topic of the discussion or the content of what I'm expressing, so that people today now, you know, it is what it is. People have shorter attention spans, but that doesn't mean they're dumb necessarily, but it is. Like, we want to get the answer, we want things quick, we want it right now, we don't want to try to go through a lot of things, we don't want to read a bunch of stuff. So when you're getting a message with something that's out of the conventional or out of the mainstream or whatever is on the alternate side or whatever it is, you're getting that message and you're getting the auditory expression of it, you're getting my passionate energy on it, and you're also getting the visual expression of the entertainment language. So it's all like this big thing right there. So now I feel like this type of music, whatever you want to call it, revolutionary music, truth music, there's so many different labels. I don't really identify to any particular one, but that's why this is now almost, in a sense, I feel like it's almost kind of beyond music. You feel me?
Absolutely. I think We Are Change Colorado has done a beautiful job of like the evolution as well as the revolution, but it's like the changing of the guard of what we want to bring into this world, and it's more of like a solutionary focus instead of just tearing down all the things that we don't like the Federal Reserve and the IRS and these people doing false flag terror attacks and throwing bogus wars and killing brown people in countries that we've never even been to and we have no beef with, but somehow we're getting out there and now like killing people. Like, what's up with that? And so I've seen a huge evolution in We Are Change Colorado's mission, and a lot of the hip hop that I'm seeing as well. It is like, you know, being an example for the community, and he does a lot of work with Jeffrey Smith, the Institute of Responsible Technology, talking about genetically modified organisms. I really appreciate how you've, you know, used your platform for hip hop, and then you also step into it and teach the people and have like seminars about GMOs. That means a lot to me, coming from a place of lots of GMO food eaten in my days that I didn't even know what GMOs were until I moved out here to Colorado.
I was there. I know, I feel you 100%.
So I think we've seen a kind of a consciousness shift happening in hip hop music, and we've seen it kind of bleeding into our activism as well. And I think it's really potent to have Steve here shooting a music video with Alais Clay. I helped shoot the first music video with these two in it, Cut the Ties. I'm gonna put the link in the comments for you guys, but we got to cut the ties with our, you know, the people that put the chains on our mind. Like, we are the ones that allow that fear of somebody else to allow that chain to be put into our mind. We're the ones that are the sovereign kings and queens, and we own ourselves, and we can create whatever we want to create. And so I'm just curious, like, what are you excited about? What's something positive that you're looking forward to? You know, something on the brighter side of things too.
Well, yeah, because I know there's a lot of dark shit going on, so I feel you on that. And that's why it's massively important to know the balance, be able to fluctuate into all the dark, corrupt, ridiculously insidious shit that's going on, and then also still be able to have a life, live your life, and still be able to do things. So, you know, me, like, not only am I just a hip-hop artist with my activism, you know, and I fuse those together, I'm also, as you know, I'm into the food system. I'm into waking people up and getting themselves healthier, because when you're healthier, then you can be more productive, then you can do more things, then you're more motivated, then you're making more changes, and then it's just domino effects. So, and now I've been maximizing, a lot of my attention has been going into my holistic health coaching. So now that I'm involved in that, that allows me to even expand with being involved in schools more, in certain youth centers, creating certain school programs, creating presentations like that. So that in itself is going to blow up in its own field of health and wellness, if that's what you want to call it. And then I'm also taking Open Your Mind Incorporated, which is my business that I have now, and that's going to be my main umbrella, and I'm going to start using that as a way to start having different multiple businesses coming through that, because I think that it would be amazing to eventually, this is one of the exciting things that I'm talking about, is that I'll be able to go to certain schools where certain kids are being neglected for whatever the case is, and they're being sent to detention or IS or suspended and expelled, et cetera, for their behavior, because it doesn't follow into the robotic, mechanical, indoctrinating system of the school itself, right? So these kids aren't getting a certain appreciation or a certain respect for what little hidden values that they truly have. It's not being allowed to be expressed through the school system. I'd be able to go to these kids, offer them a way to either work with me doing certain activism and certain things to where we're actually being involved in the community on the local level. And these kids will actually be able to get involved with doing physical hands-on experience with certain events and certain activities that's going to be circulating back into the local community. And they could even do community service hours. And on the realist level, I'd want to be able to have a payroll to where you would actually be able to work for something that you actually believe in. So your passion, your talent, your skills, your particular abilities will actually have a place to where you feel like you're actually giving back, and at the same time you'll be actually like aligned, feeling like you're almost channeled with your purpose, and you're actually be able to get paid for it. And I'll be able to like spark that with this business. So like I have a lot of things in the background that I'm working on as far as that, but like those are two of the big main things that I'm really like looking forward to.
That's beautiful. Now in this moment I'm feeling like doing something I don't do very often, or maybe I think I've only done it once or twice. I like to interview musicians that have a consciousness in their music that uplifts humanity. We've done interviews on We Are Change Colorado's YouTube channel, Whack TV, with Mortal Technique, Public Enemy's Professor Griff, so many others. Shout out to Guido Corleone from the Luminaries, and so many other hip-hop artists, you know, MCAD of the Freedom Movement. But I don't think I've ever put any of them on the spot and asked them to spit something a cappella. Now, you can deny me, because I understand this is a freedom of choice thing, but could you spit some bars, maybe a verse a cappella right here on the moment?
All right, this is actually coming out of a new joint. It's not even released yet. It's pretty heavy, and it's exposing a lot of the corruption within the treatment of animals behind the dark closed doors that no one really wants to ever talk about. It's a new joint called Bloody Animals. Yo. Eon flux eyelashes, Venus flytrap, catching a fly landing on the face of a young calf as it's twitching on its last leg, gasping for its last breath. Cold cement, laying where compassion is dead. Yeah, she took one last look at the butcher. They push her in the wooden box, locked, no one's looking. Who knows where they took her? Terrified and shooken, they tug and pull her off the truck. Still alive, swinging from a hook is where they want to put her. This is the real slaughterhouse, where they love murder, curdling blood squirting. It's just a blur to them. Behind the burgundy curtains, where we kill and we hurting them. We shove them in the mud, shove them in the dirt, murking them. It's gonna be another cold summer. Cattle prod to the face, 5 million volts jumping, and they still kicking on the floor with their skulls punctured from a pneumatic high-speed captive boat stunner. Bolt cutters on their horns cutting them off raw while they struggle and sob, then we hauling them off. It's the same as yesterday and it's the same as tomorrow. It's just another regular day on the factory farm. And these birds ain't chirping, they screeching from how we treating them. They're getting sick and weak from diseases from where we keeping them, and then we deep beaking them, make them territorial, claustrophobic and cannibalistic, and then we eating them. We leaving them with no choice, no option left, no voice. The voice box ripped out with their esophagus, dropped on the floor to get mopped up by the slaughterers. While they washing rotten blood clots off at the bottom of their boots, they brutally squeeze a goose and they force feeding them, and we can see the blood stains around the feeding tube. They don't pluck feathers, they rip them out and they beat them blue, leaving them with a bleeding beak to be breathing through. Another day, another dollar, another face, another slaughter, suffering, pain, and more trauma. Sounds of death echoing through the halls of horror, empty cries, lost souls, and dark karma. Look at these souls, man, all of them got ammonia. They living in conditions with manure and they closed them. Some of them taken out of facilities where they hold them. So careful what you eating, it could even be a cloned one. Who really knows what else they want to block from us? That's why the slaughterhouse is kept away far from us, constantly bombarded. Our subconscious is targeted by these neuroscientists and these twisted marketers. They farming all of us, our minds are getting harvested. And at what cost? Because these profits are exhausting us. They got us shopping at the Holocaust market, but look how ironic it is that we're the ones that they're shopping for.
Woo! Steve Grant, y'all. Check him out online. Make sure to check out the music videos in the comments. Make sure to subscribe. And make sure you take this energy that you just witnessed right here to be the change in your own life. Make sure you step into your power, speak your truth, and stand up for what you know is right. Peace, y'all.
Peace.